Morning.
Before the football, can we start with the news that's been dominating the news, the Syrian refugee crisis? The good news though that Arsenal will donate £1 for everyone in the stadium on Saturday.
Yes, for the game against Stoke, we decided to give £1 per ticket sold, and we're happy to contribute because it's an immediate need for people who are without anything and had to flee their country, and we are happy, of course, to help.
And on to the football now then, the team news first of all. Can you tell us who's back, who's out for the weekend?
All the players who have been away from on international duty have come back in a good shape. So basically we should have the same squad available. Mertesacker is back in training as well. So we'll have to decide how fit he is until Saturday, but nobody came back injured.
And finally, looking ahead to Saturday's game, it's 3 home games, the 3rd home game of the season, still without a win and without a goal. Will you be doing anything differently at the weekend?
Look, we have created the chances, and that's what we want to continue to do. I believe that the finishing is a bit cyclic, up and down, and we have a team who has created the most chances since the start of the season. So let's just continue to focus on the quality of our game.
Also, just in terms of Koscielny, is he okay? He seems to have a back.
Koscielny is okay. He trained normal yesterday. He has no problem.
And this is the first time we've spoken to you since the transfer window. How do you feel about some of the criticism that you didn't buy an outfield player? What would you say to Arsenal fans who feel you should have?
I have nothing more to say. You know, I've made over 300 transfers, and every time it's a decision to make. Do you buy the player because he strengthens your squad or not? And the solutions we had were not convincing at all. But in the end, you do not buy to give wrong hopes. You want to buy because the players who come in can help your squad to be stronger. But buying and selling is one way to strengthen your team, but that's not the only way. It's not the only way.
Did you look to buy late in the window, given Danny Welbeck's injury?
Yes, but I told you many times, and I have not much more to say about it. You have to find an efficient solution.
So, in terms of the squad, you're confident you've got enough cover in terms of forward firepower?
Of course, I'm confident I have enough cover and enough quality, and the only good news after the transfer window is that finally you can talk a little bit about football. That's what we love, and we want to focus on what can improve the squad as well, is the quality of work we do, the quality of our spirit, and the quality of our competitiveness that is needed in every single game.
And you mentioned the finishing. How important now is it for Olivier Giroud? He had a difficult week for France. He was booed by some.
Look, he has my full support, Olivier Giroud, and I believe that's a part of a striker. There's no striker in the world who has not been questioned, and when he misses a chance, not being booed, that can happen.
In terms of your forward options, might you consider Sanchez moving up as well, or will
yeah, we have Sanchez, we have Giroud, we have Walcott, and it is always a similar problem, you know, when you have many strikers, people say, how do you keep them all happy? It is a problem. I think it's about efficiency and quality of our game, and we can score goals. I'm not worried about that.
Do you feel that for Giroud and Walcott now, this is a massive opportunity in a way that the coast is clear for them for the next few months to now?
Yes, it's a massive opportunity for them, of course.
And do you talk to them individually about their current form?
I talk to them individually, yes, about their performances, about how I see their game, what I expect of them, yes.
Was there a real sense of frustration, though, that you weren't able to get, in particular, a striker?
Look, people always want you. I told you many times, you look what happened on the transfer market at the end of the day, and you would see. I can understand everybody's hope, but if you look really at what happened, it shows you that there is a shortage of solutions out there.
You do have Thierry Henry in your coaching staff. Does he talk to the strikers, and if so, what can he pass on?
Of course he talks to them. Yeah, but let's not be naive as well. I think these players have experience. They are 25, 26 years old. They know the job. They know what to do. They are ambitious. They have the quality. I think as well to support the club, to support the team, is to stand behind your players. It's not always expecting somebody coming down from heaven and sort out all your problems. Support is believe in the players who are in the squad, and it's a good opportunity to do that from for our supporters.
There have been eight yellow cards, or over that actually, in the last 5 league meetings with Stoke. I just wonder why you think games with Stoke might be a feistier affair than other games.
Look, at home we have done quite well against Stoke. We had sometimes problems, many times problems at Stoke. They are always a team who has now a good culture of the Premier League. You know, they know how to behave. They have experience. It's not for a long time in the Premier League, and they have as well now improved their technical quality. When you think that they have now Afellay, Boyan, Shaqiri, Diouf up front, they have Charlie Adam in midfield, they have players who Ireland, they have a lot of technical players who can give you problems.
From that point of view, do you think they're better matched to face Arsenal now with that technical ability?
Don't know. I think what you want is just us to focus on our own performance, because we want to take off at home now as well, because we had 2 good away games with positive results in difficult places, and we know at home we can be efficient against anybody.
What's the latest on Jack Wilshere?
Jack Wilshere, I haven't seen him in the last 2-3 days. He's progressing slowly. I cannot tell you much more about that. We'll have to talk to my medical staff today about him.
Is there any idea at all about when you might expect him back?
It's slower than expected, because I expected him to be back and available after the break, but unfortunately he will not be available for Saturday.
Has he had a setback specifically, or is it just...
He had a little setback, and I have to know, but I cannot tell you much more, because I don't know. I have no real the last medical information I haven't got.
Okay. Sorry to labour this point about strikers, but the fact that Manchester United would pay 36 million, rising to a lot more, for someone like Anthony Martial, a 19-year-old, does that exemplify what you're talking about, that there are a shortage of top-class strikers around?
Yes, of course.
And he was somebody that you perhaps looked at in the past. Was that ever an option for you?
Sorry?
Martial?
We know him since he's a kid in Lyon, you know, but he's more a winger type. And but he's an exceptional talent, I agree with you, but I believe that he plays in positions where we have players, Chamberlain, Sanchez, we have played Campbell, we have plenty of players who could play in these positions.
Given that, I mean, from the outside at least, you were linked with a striker for a long time in the summer, the fact that you knew about Welbeck's injury before the window closing, did that not push you a bit further? Did that make it more of a gamble not to sign one?
It doesn't change anything, or you find the player who strengthens your squad or not. The problem with the players are injured or not doesn't change the problem, you know. And that's what I don't understand from the medias. Of course, when Welbeck was injured, first of all, I'm quite a bit surprised that people accused me of lying when I was in a press conference on Friday morning. I did not know that Welbeck had a bad setback, so I didn't lie to you. I gave you information I had. I heard Friday night late that his condition has not evolved as well as we thought it was, and that he had seen a specialist and he needed further investigations. but apart from that, we did not find.
Anything more, Jim? You at the back? No, nothing.
Arsene, do you have any idea how long Danny will be out for? Prognosis?
Look, certainly until Christmas.
And finally,
Just ask one about Stoke game. You've got a good record at home, but Arsenal have struggled against Stoke. Why do you think that has been in the past?
Against Stoke?
Yeah.
Because we had always good teams, and overall Stoke, when you go to Stoke, it's always especially motivated against us, because of the history a little bit, because of what happened, and overall it was always very difficult for us.
Do you think that's all in the past now, the bad blood, the history?
For me, it was never bad blood, you know, it was just a game that was always very difficult for us to play. But I always focus on playing football and try to get my team to play as well as we can.
okay, guys.
Sorry, just one quick one. Was there ever a point in the last day of the transfer window where you thought you were close to actually bringing someone in, and you thought, yes, it's just worth doing this deal?
Look, I believe that there's no need to talk too much about that for me, because it's we have to focus now on what is in front of us and talk about what happened. I said to you, and I didn't lie, that we were ready to do something, but you have to be convinced as well that it's just not to please people, that it is an efficient solution. And the efficient solution didn't turn up, and then you have as well to be brave enough to say no.